Welcome to the third video in the Appropriate Dispute Resolution video series. In these videos, you will be introduced to a dispute between two parties, and we will be able to track the dispute through the alternative dispute resolution processes. Jules and Lauren have decided to mediate the dispute before going to court or arbitration. The parties have signed a mediation agreement promising to participate in good faith and try to resolve the issue. A mediator has been chosen.
Welcome to the mediation. I'm Robin and I'm a mediator.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Jules.
I'm here to guide you through the process today. My role as a mediator is to be neutral, to not take sides or to offer any advice about the dispute. Now, everything that you say today is confidential, so I encourage you to speak freely and honestly. I understand that you've come here voluntarily to resolve this dispute. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Mediation usually takes 2 to 3 hours. Does anyone have difficulty with that time frame?
No.
Oh, that's fine.
Before we go any further, can I confirm that both of you have had legal advice and that you're in a position to make a decision today?
Yes.
Yes, I can.
Now, if we haven't discussed everything in this time frame, we'll see how far we have progressed, and then we will decide whether we need to continue or to schedule another session to complete the mediation. Does everyone agree to this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Firstly, the parties state their version of events. As in videos 1 and 2, they explain their main issues and concerns. This step allows each party to hear each other's full perspectives in a controlled environment. The mediator listens to establish the issues of each party. The mediator uses the summaries to propose and then confirm agenda items with the parties. This is a key list of issues to be discussed.
These seem to be the core issues. You've both stated that the driveway needs to be repaired. You both mentioned that business reputation is important for you. Finally, you both identified the difficulty you've had with communication. Do you both agree that these are the core issues that need to be discussed? All right, which would you like to discuss first?
In this step, the parties discuss the agenda items and unpack the details of the issues by communicating their perceptions and asking questions to clarify expectations. At this stage, the mediator's role is to encourage discussion between the parties to help develop a mutual understanding rather than focusing on solutions.
Well, I agree with the first part of what Lauren said, but I did go over. I did inspect the damage. I even left a business card in the letterbox. I'm not avoiding the situation.
Okay, I encourage you to direct your comments to each other.
Well, then why didn't you text or call me?
Because I like to leave a business card. It's more professional and it proves that I was there.
Well, I didn't get that. My mailbox is full of snail-eaten brochures. I get things forwarded to our PO box.
But yet, well, there's no way of me knowing that.
Okay, but you still could have called or emailed. I mean, who uses business cards anyway?
Okay, we can see where the first issue of communication was.
But that's not the point. You saw the driveway, right?
Yeah, I did. And it looked like it'd been used as a freeway. Did you read the pamphlet I left?
Yeah, I may have skimmed it, but it shouldn't be that complicated. It's a driveway. It can't be delicate if you've done it right.
It's not. Now, what kind of vehicles did you have on it?
Just my little hatchback and my husband's sedan.
So no heavy vehicles?
No. What if we were getting our back garden landscaped? Maybe there were trucks.
I told you that it needed 2 weeks to settle because it was a really rushed job on wet soil. It needs a longer curing time.
Well, I don't remember that.
Thank you both for that clarification. Lauren, you've just said that you've done some landscaping in the yard and that there may have been trucks involved. Could you please clarify for Jules?
Yes, but I don't think that accounts for all that damage.
It could, on wet soil. Now, I told you pebbles are going to be risky.
I don't remember that.
Well, there seems to be a lot that you don't remember.
Jules, could you explain to Lauren your recollection of the discussion about the pebbles?
I definitely said that pavers would be sturdier.
You agreed to do the job, and now you're blaming me. This is unbelievable. If you knew you couldn't have done it right and safely, then you shouldn't have done the job. And you definitely shouldn't have taken extra cash to do it fast if it was going to stuff the whole thing up. You're the professional. You got $5,000 for this.
Okay, look, I'll now provide a short summary of the issues that we've covered, and then it might be a good time for a private session.
The mediator conducts a private session with the parties separately. The session is confidential. The mediator explores some of the things said in the previous stage and encourages the parties to formulate proposals for settlement and reality tests them. Parties propose and discuss options for resolution. The mediator assists them to maintain focus and draw points of agreement together.
I can see now what Jules is saying, and I'm happy for him to fix it, but I need it done quickly.
I can do it next week, but I can't cover the costs.
So can you tell Lauren what is the estimated value of the work in total?
Yeah, so I estimate about $1,000 in labour and about $950 in materials.
Lauren, do you have any suggestions?
I suppose I can cover the materials.
Well, that still puts me out of pocket for 2 days' work with an assistant.
Knowing that it can be discussed further later, and you've both said that today's main goal is to get the driveway repaired, how would you like to manage the labour costs?
Look, I'll have a think about the labour costs, but if I do, I don't want no more negative talk about my business.
All right, I've made a note to come back to that in a moment. Jules, you were talking about the labour costs. Now, can I ask you, is there anything that you need from Lauren to assist you with that?
Finally, partial or incomplete agreements are developed into more complete agreements. All aspects of the agreement are tested for workability and are written down in the parties' words.
We've reached some agreements today, and even if we couldn't resolve everything, Jules has agreed to conduct repairs immediately, to patch up the gaps, and then to inspect again in 2 weeks. Lauren has agreed that she will immediately pay the cost price for the materials to do those repairs, $950. You have also both agreed that confidentiality is important to you. The issue that could not be settled today was whether Jules should refund any of the original costs of the driveway or who will ultimately cover Jules' labour costs. The parties have agreed to continue discussions with a view to settling, and if need be, we'll come back for another mediation. Now, can all of this be entered into a written agreement that you are both happy with? It is up to you if you want